Well, it's the first really cold day. I wouldn't really call it really cold, but it's a cold day of the year. And it's hunting season, so gotta be careful out here. But felt the need to get out. My feet hurt. But I'd rather be out here with sore feet than inside with no problems, with my feet fine. Just it's my home, really. I like to be in the outdoors all the time. Just gonna go hang out at my friendly neighborhood swamp site that I have. Brought a book along with me, some selected writings of Henry David Thoreau, and just relax, clear the mind, and have a Diet Coke. And now that it's cold, I'm going to have to switch from the Diet Coke to bringing my stove out and having ginger tea or coffee, so that'll be nice. Just a little bit extra stuff I got to bring though. Alright, I'll check back in later. I'm just taking a break in the middle of the swamp. There's a little bridge here that I sit on. I just relax. I'm going to read a little bit of my boy Henry David Thoreau and just enjoy the sounds of the swamp. You can see there's no water here. It's really dry right now. It's the ebb and flow of the seasons. It'll get wet in the spring again. What's weird is with the cold snap you usually don't see a lot of ticks and have to worry about them. But I had one crawling on me a few minutes ago. But I guess that's alright. His ancestors have been here a lot longer than mine have. So it's all good. Beautiful day. I'm listening to all the birds caterwauling and grousing, communicating with each other. It's nice out here today. You know, I've been walking through this forest, and I keep getting hit by the hickory pig nuts. These are these heavy nuts that fall. It actually kind of hurts when they hit you. And it reminded me of when I was camping off the Wolf Den Trail in Pine Mountain, Georgia. I was walking the trail, and the first weird thing that happened on this trip was a rock, I think it was a rock. Something whizzed by me when I was walking on the trail. Almost like someone was throwing a rock at me. And I thought that was weird. I went ahead, set up camp, and a dog came by the camp, and I was petting it, and then all of a sudden someone whistled, and I saw in the distance there was some guy. I said hello to him, just kind of looked at me and didn't respond back. It was very, almost reminded me of a scene from Deliverance or something like that, so I thought that was really weird. And in the middle of the night, I was sleeping in my tent. I was close to the edge of my tent, and I got hit in the head, bonk, by one of the hickory pig nuts. I didn't know that at the time. I thought someone was throwing rocks at me or something. So I quickly grabbed my buck knife, ran out of the tent looking to see what happened. I didn't see anyone around, but I was a little bit unnerved after that. I put a couple more logs on the fire, had my flashlight, looked around, didn't see anything. Finally went back to sleep. But the next morning I got up and there was a whole bunch of hickory nuts on the ground right where my tent was. So I figured I got hit by one of those, and I just was kind of paranoid and thought someone was throwing rocks or attacking me. Wow, the swamp's really nice. A little bit of fall color up there. Good stuff. Swamp water's cold this time of year, obviously, but there's just some beautiful colors on the cypress trees. See a cypress knee here, and the duckweed. Ooh, it's cold. The sun's in the way, but there's just some beautiful Fall colors here in the swamp. Look at this big old cypress tree here. Good stuff. This is when we get our fall colors in this part of Florida, right around Thanksgiving time. You can see how the cypress trees get that golden color. And there's a whole bunch of birds flying off there. That's another thing about this time of year. We get all the migrating birds that are heading further south. Central America, South America, the Caribbean. But it's a beautiful time to be out in the woods, out in the swamp. Good medicine. Well, I'm getting ready to head out of the swamp, head home. And ooh, there's a doggy there. Hey boy. Hey boy. Hey boy. Well, as you can see, I found a buddy on the trail here. Must be one of the hunter's dogs. Hopefully we'll come across the hunter here. He seems to be leading me in the direction. So I'm gonna follow him and see what's going on. Come on, boy. Come on. Hopefully we can get him back to his owner. Alright, keep leading me on. Come here, boy. Come here, come here. Well, thank God there was a number on here. I called the hunter. He's on his way here. He's out hunting. He found the other dog that was with Blue. And I'm just waiting for him to pick up the dog. It ended well. That's a good thing. Well, heading back to the trailhead now, still waxing philosophically. I have a couple of quotes I often say. I don't watch, I do. It's not what you're looking at, it's what you see. And I'm blending these two quotes together. Come up with a philosophical point here. It's like if you see a beautiful work of art and you just look at it and not really look at it intensely, or you see a beautiful woman and just like, wow, that woman is beautiful, but you're just looking at her and not observing her. And introverts observe, and that's why they have more detailed oriented. You could observe something that's beautiful. You could look at something that's beautiful and think it's beautiful, but if you observe something that's beautiful, you could look beyond that first layer or facade and find out if something really is beautiful, or when it comes down to it, it's not as beautiful as it is when you look at it. There's a difference between looking at something and observing something. And I'll leave it at that. Another beautiful day. I'm glad the hunting dog was found by its owner. I called him on the phone, met up with him. He was appreciative that I followed his dog and stayed with him. I was worried because we were really close to the river, and alligator's favorite food is dogs. So everything ended well with the dog. So it was a nice hike today. Philosophical, little rescue mission. It's all good medicine.